about substance abuse. Today, we'll be seeing more students from St. Pius Secondary School give us their requests to the government and how the government should be of help, and the head teacher. Let's have Mehdi and Shamim give us their reactions.
When we talk about drugs, these painkillers, they have taken a lot. Overdosing, which is self-harm.
Yes.
Yeah. So we need to look out for those things and find out how we can help. But we also need to look at the signs.
Yes, the signs.
Especially for the parents, and for the teachers. Omwana omanyi otya tikati akozesa aina kyakozesa oyinza obutamanya nti maybe njaga oba ina kyamira at home, some sort of medication gyakozesa, otegeera otya nti this child is using something in a harmful way.
Yes.
I think maybe you can.
Yeah, so some of the signs that you can look out for, you will notice these teenagers that are abusing drugs and alcohol, they tend to be withdrawn. Ogenda okulaba nga takyagala kubatuulamu, agenda neyegalira mu kisenge n'abeera eyo. They lose interest in being around people. Kubanga abeera muli subconsciously abeera amanyi nti bayinza okuntegeera singa mbabeeramu, so they withdraw. They hide away. N'abeera nga yeekweka mu kisenge abamu. Yes, that is one of the signs kwogamba kantandike okuinvestigatinga ng'omuzadde oba a teacher. Ogenda okulaba nga emikwano gikyuse, they change friends. Friends change. Ogenda okulaba nti right now he's now rolling with a new crew. Jemikwano emipya gy'ayina n'ogamba ono naye kantandika okubeera nga nkola ki?
Something has changed. You need to find out more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another sign that you can look out for as a parent or a teacher, these students or teenagers, they tend to be very protective of their things, their belongings. Bw'oyingira ekisenge kye anyiiga nnyo n'atabuka, what are you doing here? You're going through my things, you're invading my privacy. Okiraba kuba aba atya nti oyinza okugwa ku probably ecupa z'omwenge ng'alina wazikwese oba n'enjaga yennyini. So they tend to be very protective.
They don't want
ayagala nnyo privacy ye, abeera agiprotectinga nnyo. Then another thing you can also look out for is aggressive nature. Yes, babeera so aggressive and angry all the time. Omusanga nga zivaako mangu.
Like mood swings. Mood swings. One moment ali excited, ali ayina amaanyi mangi. Next moment ali tayina maanyi. Or maybe ali very quiet. So some kids are silika. Naberanga. They don't interact with anyone. They don't say anything. Even in class, they don't participate.
Yes.
So you just know as a teacher, something has changed. Even as a friend, you can tell that my friend has changed. They are no longer talking. They are no longer interacting. What's happening? Something has changed. Even the hygiene part.
Yes.
You start to notice that they no longer care about their bodies, or they don't care about bathing. They don't care about cleaning up. Let me say the bedroom for a parent. You find that the room is very dirty. You don't know why. Yeah. All of a sudden.
They tend to even neglect their appearance.
They neglect their appearance. Someone needs to comb. Someone needs to dress well, clean clothes. They no longer care. Yeah. So
yes, another thing that maybe you can also look out for as a parent and teacher, they tend to be paranoid. Paranoid and delusional.
Yeah.
Yes, mulabyeko abaana nga agamba baticha tebanjagala. My parents, they're against me, they're my enemies. Ng'omwana wo akuyisiza ddala nga mulabe we, your enemy. They're becoming paranoid. Abeera awo ng'alaba buli omu, they're out to get them. Kati those are some of ebintu ebimu ku by'osobola okulabirako n'ogamba ono waliwo ekitali kituufu. Kantandika okunoonyereza.
Otandikira awo n'ogezaako finding out more what is really actually happening to my student or to my friend or to my daughter or my son. So when we come back, we are going to be looking at and a teacher from St. Pius. They are going to be explaining more about how they identify substance abuse within the school, what have they done for it, the measures that are in place to be able to help these young people. Yeah, that's what we are going to be looking at.
My name is Kakonge Alex, Deputy Head Teacher in this school. I am a born-again Christian and I am a member at Kansanga Miracle Center Church. That is my church. And Pastor is Akachiwe Wesi. So thank you for coming, Rested TV. We are happy to receive you at our school. Drug abuse has caused the school dropout countrywide, including in our school. So one of the indicators that you can see that a student is taking drugs is that when they start sleeping in class, someone dozes from morning to evening. In the morning is dozing, afternoon is dozing, in the evening is dozing. So it's one way of telling that this student is not in good condition. He or she might be using the drugs. Then another way of showing that a student is using drugs is by the way he reacts to teachers, his or her response to a teacher, or when he is replying to something to a teacher, that one can tell. Maybe it can be in a rough way, can be in a rude way. Someone's almost fighting a teacher. So that one is also an indicator. Then another way of telling is by, now for us in our school here at St. Pius, we've got spies in every class who can tell us that so and so is using drugs in class, so and so is behind the classroom taking drugs. So we use other students to tell the students who are taking drugs in our school. So those are some of the indicators that we can see that a student is taking drugs. Here at our school, we go through a process of controlling drug abuse, or of doing away with the drug abuse in our school. First and foremost, if we hear rumors, if we find out if we suspect a student, we don't take it for granted. This student is sent to the student's council for guidance and counseling. Then if the problem persists, the student is sent to the teacher who's in charge, the counselor of the school. Then if the problem persists, the student is sent to the disciplinary committee of teachers to find out what is the cause of drug abuse. Then if the problem persists, could be the problem could be from home. Maybe there we intervene the parent. We call in the parent to find out why the student is taking drugs. And in most cases, when you call a parent and does not show up or does not appear, we go physically to their homes and find out what's the problem. So from there, we take the action. Maybe if the problem is home, where the student is coming from, and maybe he was neglected, we involve in the LC1 council to find out and to help us. So those are the procedures we go through to handle such cases of drug abuse.
Okay, so we welcome you back from that. I think you've heard from the teacher, ne teacher balowooza. Yes, bakoze okulwana olutalo lw'amaanyi lwetaaga buli omu okulwenyigiramu okulaba nti nno tuyamba ku baana banene okubanga onooneka busaanawo. Yes, kati twagala okutunuulira some of the effects of these substances ku bulamu bw'omwana enjaga eno emukose etya.
Because we have seen so many young people on the streets. They are suffering. Some of them have got people now think they are mad. Baliku street, Babelaku street. Others are in Butabika. You get. So we need to understand what are the effects of using these substances. What is going to happen? Because hey, but just taking alcohol. What are the effects? What happens to this person when you use these substances excessively in a harmful way? What happens?
Yes, maybe gye tujja okusooka nayo gye wayogeddeko in the beginning, where you said much as these teenagers opt to go into substance abuse or stress ne mental health disorders ze baba facing the challenges n'enjaga eno n'omwenge n'ebiragalalagala bino ebirala, it also causes mental health disorders mu bulamu bw'omwana. Ojja kusanga nga depression ekikinze in buli kaseera munakuwavu bakaaba ki okiraba depression, anxiety, nabeera nga ali anxious buli kaseera alina okweka embeera. And I remember in school, remember those days in school, we had a boy nga akozesa enjaga, naye nga buli wakozesa enjaga eno kati abeera nga challenge ye gy'asinga okubeera nayo is on how to hide it from the teachers. N'abeera nga yenna mirembe gimugwako ne yeeyiwa amazzi mu mutwe, n'abeera nga yenna ali so anxious ng'olaba kati it's also another cross gye yeetisse, so it takes a toll on their mental health. Yes.
They end up getting those other mental health challenges because of this. And another issue that usually happens is relationships. Relationships zonooneka. You find that omuntu akozesa enjaga, akozesa anywa omwenge, biseera ebisinga their relationships, their social life is affected. Because no one wants to be around someone who is using drugs. No one wants to be around someone who is always drunk. So you find that people push them away. They end up being very isolated. So those are some of the people that you find now they are hanging on the what? On the streets because of drugs, or let me say because of alcohol. They are always drunk. So that is also another what? Side effect. Another issue is their, should I call it, their sex libido increases.
Yes.
So you find that someone who was calm and what, all of a sudden they are sleeping around. They're having sex with multiple people because of the drugs or even because of the alcohol. Because remember, this person ajja kwebaka n'omuntu nga tasose na kulowooza am I using protection or not. And this cuts across to everyone, whether you are from a good family, whether you were born again, whether you were Muslim, whether you what, as long as you start using these substances, your mind,
your
the way you're
drive.
thinking changes. So your sex drive changes also in most cases. So what is going to happen? You're going to get STDs, infections. And recently, what we had from Daily Monitor was around 70 teenagers every day acquire HIV/AIDS.
Yes.
Yeah. They contact HIV/AIDS.
Yeah, because one of the things,
HIV/AIDS.
yes, it's one of the effects.
Yeah, even alcohol, it affects your body in a sense that often liver issues. Some people get heart diseases because of too much alcohol. Yes. So even the liver, you get liver diseases. So in general, substance abuse, it's not good. There is nothing good you're going to get out of it, no matter what.
Etwala effect nyingi nnyo ku bulamu bw'omuntu, poor performance, ogenda okulaba omuntu eyali asoma obulungi, performance ye eyonoonese, ogenda okulaba nga now this person hygiene oli mukyafu bantu. Some habits also crop up. Eriyo habits ezicropping up like theft. Omuntu n'afuuka omubbi kubanga remember you're looking for money in order to buy these drugs to access them. Kati no ending up ngo developing n'emize emipya. Obubbi. So there are very many effects that substance abuse can take on that, or even a family. Families nyingi zetulabanga breaking up because of substance abuse. Omuntu neberanga newaka essanyu terikyaliwo, omwana ali kunjaga, they are very aggressive, abba ebintu munju n'abitunda, akola all sorts of things ku kyalo, buli omu tewali ayagala ku associatinga naye, n'abeeranga aleese n'obuswavu. For teenagers out there, you bring shame. Singa ogenda mu njaga eno, you bring shame to your family. Okiraba ne bw'ogivaako, people, it takes kirwawo abantu to believe you again okulaba nti no bakulabanga we wali. It takes a lot of time and a lot of work okulaba nti no abantu baddamu okulaba ng'ewali. So I think it's better okwewala ebyo byonna you stay away from drugs. Woba ne challenges nga tutera obagamba wano with Basilia. Twina egundi yaffe getwandiise like our slogan. You talk about your challenges. Talk about your challenges.
What you're going through.
Yeah. Yes.
And that brings us to, we want to find out more. What do students think? What do they think should be done?
Yes.
In order to fight this issue, this very serious issue. We want to know what can be done.
Yes.
So kati tugenda kusooka tulabe what the students think. Then we shall come back and then we also give our opinion.
I think the government can as well put in like active activities in each community, so as like football, netball, volleyball, so as the youth can involve rather than being idle. Since they say an idle brain is a devil's workshop.
My name is Nabawes Shamira. The government should educate youth about mental effects of using drugs.
It can help us through sending for us more counseling and guidance group like the Basil group, who has impacted more into our school. For sure, they have impacted more. They always come and they counsel us. Through their counseling, we have seen that students has reduced in their bad character at school.
My name is Nantongo Rebecca from St. Pius Senior Secondary School. So as you've heard my colleagues, the question and the answers they have replied. So my addition to that is that the government should put up strict laws to the people who sell up drugs to the youth and more punishments. Thank you.
Conclusion: to the parents, the teachers, the counselors, and the government, the community at large should help us, the teenagers, the youth, to fight against the abuse of drugs, because it's really becoming a very huge problem among the youth, even at school, even outside school, in the community. And yet, I believe the students should be heard, the youth, so that they can feel the need to fight against the abuse of substances. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome back. So I guess you heard from the students what they think, what they give their take on what parents should do, what teachers should do, what the government should do. But then also it brings us to us as we are here. I want to give you some of the ways we can prevent substance abuse. What can we do? What can be done? First of all, as a parent, or let me say as a teacher, you need to talk to these young people. You need to explain to them what substance abuse is. You need to have these conversations with them, because if you don't have these conversations with them, they're going to get these conversations from somewhere else. So mutomala agenda mubulira ku njaga, mutomala agenda mubulira ku mwenge. Ochiraba. So you need to do that as a person. You need to take charge, so that the information that they get it from you, not from somebody else.
Yes.
Yes, that is another way. And,
another thing maybe that you can do to prevent, for parents, some parents that keep medication ewaka, you can take okolayo ka inventory ko. You keep no manye dagala lyolina, painkillers, gundi, syrups, bichino manyanti, these medicines no kola inventory, no recording, no manya you keep tags. Bolaba we missing. Then you can what? You try to find out nine dagala lyabadde wano lyakoze ki.
Yes, ani yalikozeseza. And what for?
What for? Wamize kukola chi ochiraba. Yes, that is one. Another thing that you can also do is address the media. You can address the media factor, the media and TV factor. Kubanga ne media, ne TV, koze chinene nnyo promoting substance abuse among teenagers. Because some of these things, they see them in movies, they see them in music videos, people abusing drugs and these other substances. And they think, and they think that it is cool because these people are doing it, it's cool and glamorous. So if I do it, wango no role model wange, celebu wange, I will also appear cool. So you need to address it balage obubi obuchirimu. Ochiraba, if at all, regulate what they see. Bichibe balaba. Yes, that is another one. Maybe if do you have any other?
No, I think that sums it up. If you're trying to prevent.
Yes. Or maybe another thing that we have forgotten that you can also look out for, or that you can help that can help prevent. For parents, please avoid getting drunk around these teenagers. In most cases, they mirror what they see. Yes, no tamira, no gweri, no fuwa cigar around them. Most of these parents, because even me growing up, I used to admire a lot what my father would do. I want to imitate him, I want to be like him, because these are our first role models. So if you're doing these things, they are going to copy and mirror. Anywedde omwenge ate nga tolina na moral authority emugamba lwaki ogunywa kubanga alaba naawe ogunywa. So it is best woba onywa omwenge, do it away from the children. Yes.
And another way we can help, that is if a student is already using. Omwana waaba already akozesa enjaga, ekisokera ddala, you don't attack this child, you don't attack them. You talk to them. You try to understand what is going on, because as we said before, it can come from a place of mental health, or it can be that already their mental health has been affected. So when you're addressing this issue, you're not addressing the person, you're addressing the character. You're addressing the problem, and the problem is the what? The substance. So you need to talk to them and explain to them what is going to happen to them. And another way that you can help such a student is counseling. Yes, because sometimes as teachers, as parents, even as a student, because you may have a friend who is using a substance, but there's no way you can help them. You can refer them to a counselor. You can help them by looking for help somewhere else. And Basilia, we are here for you. If you have a friend, if you have someone that you know that is using or you suspect to be using, you can give us a call. Our numbers are on the screen. We can be able to help you. We can be able to come up with a way of, facing this challenge. Together. Anything can happen when we are together, when we face a problem as a whole.
That's what they say.
So in Basilia Ministry, we have seen so many cases of young people using different substances, so we can be able to help. And if you have any way that you can be able to help Basilia Ministry to reach out to more young people out there, to be able to help them curb this issue, please do contact us still on the same numbers. Yeah, I guess that was it.
Yeah, that is it. And before we come to the end, we also need to keep in mind that most of the students keep changing. These tactics keep changing. New drugs keep coming in. So you need to keep also better involved in your children's lives, better involved in your other friends, better hanging nabo, better setting a rules, zeba genderako, or making sure that there are consequences. Singo batogoberede these rules chijabayambako kubeera antino they don't fall into bad company. Thank you very much for watching. Yes, see you next time. Stay tuned for the Youth Hub Show. Bye bye.
Bye bye.